Hello, my name is Dr. Craig Childress. I'm a clinical psychologist in Pasadena, California. I specialize in working with ADHD spectrum disorders, angry oppositional behavior in childhood, parenting issues, and family relationship issues. And today I'm going to talk with you about parenting the one-year-old child. Now, in parenting the one-year-old, it's helpful to understand the overall context of parenting. And there's three primary systems that we use in parenting. The first is the authority system, which is essentially a set of dominant submission networks that in the presence of a dominance cue, I can induce submissive behavior in the child by applying punishments. It's a very resilient system, and the metaphor there is sort of like the gorilla troop. The big gorilla pounds his chest and gets all the little gorillas to behave because of the threat that they're going to get beat up. But there's a second system involved in parenting that involves socially organized behavior. This involves reading social cues, interpreting what those social cues mean, emitting social cues to the group, and coming up with a socially organized plan to fit our activity into the overall group. And this is an immensely more complicated system. The metaphor here is like an orchestra, where each one of us is playing a different instrument in the orchestra, and maybe a different piece of the music, but we're all integrating our activity and our music into the overall harmonious theme. The difficulty for some of our kids, though, is that their music's a little discordant. It's not fitting with the rest of the rhythms of everybody else, and it gets annoying. Now, in terms of understanding these two systems, the authority system uses discipline strategies to attain obedience, and it's an external control system. Think about the police car when it pulls behind you on the freeway. All of a sudden you're being controlled by the authority system, and you can slow down, and you're now signaling lane changes so you don't get a traffic ticket. What happens when that police car pulls off the freeway? You go back to driving normally. The authority system is an external control system. It's always an external control system. The internal control system is that socially organized system, the social dialogue. The social dialogue system uses guidance strategies and achieves cooperation. And really that's what we're looking for from our kids, is their cooperation, not merely their obedience. There's a third system involved that has to do with psychological connection, and that's where we feel what other people feel. Like in the movies, we feel what the actors feel. That's the key that unlocks these other two. Now, for parenting a one-year-old, we really don't want to use the authority system very much. I might communicate calm and confident authority, but I'm going to tap the authority system very lightly. That's not really the system I want to be using. I want to be using guidance strategies, and I want to be using the connection system. And the way I accomplish that is, in terms of the connection system, is to maintain a warm and positive emotional tone, and to become involved with the child and offer them guidance about what to do. Hey, bud, what's going on? What's happening? Oh, no. Now, I might want to signal certain discipline, like an angry face. Hey, stop that, put that down. But when I do that, I want to immediately respond with a warm and positive tone as well to repair that relationship. Hey, stop that, put that down. Hey, what's going on, bud? Hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. Come on, yeah. And to help guide the child into the behavior I want them to see. In terms of the connection system, what we want to do is organize our intent as we respond to the child. And there's basically 4 different intentions that we can adopt in responding to children. 2 of them are growth promoting, 2 of them are pruning. The first is an intent to understand. And that's a simple and honest curiosity and caring about the child's perspective from the child's point of view. The intent to understand. Another wonderful intent that we can adopt in responding to children is the intent to be with. I just want to be with you. A lot of times that can be communicated in simple descriptions of what the child's doing. Oh, look what you got going there. You're building a tower out of Legos. That's just a simple intent to be with. Or just sitting down with the child and paying attention to them for a little while. The 2 pruning intents are the intent to task. This communicates I care more about what you do than who you are. And it's important. Sometimes we have to get tasks accomplished. But it tends to communicate that the child's needs and the child's feelings are not as important as the task. The other intent that's a pruning intent is the intent to change. I don't like what you're doing. You need to stop doing what you're doing. That's another pruning intent. In terms of responding to the one-year-olds, I want to make sure that they get enough of those growth-promoting ones, the intent to understand and the intent to be with, and to moderate a little bit the intent to task and the intent to change and soften them just a little bit. So thank you very much.